Hi everyone, welcome to our latest test route video, mock test video. We use real test routes from the Ashfield Test Centre, so they're gathered from our active instructor team. If you'd like to take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, welcome any feedback or suggestions on future videos in the comments. Let's get into this. Subscribe for it. So we're always coming down the Test Centre road. As ever, I say to everybody 100 times, make sure you keep your wheels straight all the way to the end of the road. The amount of driving tests that get finished here because they failed the test by cutting across the road. A bit of a camera malfunction there, so the phone now. I was just waiting to turn. We'll speed this video up at certain sections. So turning left out at the end of the test centre road and towards the traffic lights, we're going to turn right. So this is turning right towards the hospital, if you know the area. There you go, we're just speeding bits up. When you're turning right here, you've got a filter arrow, so you're safe to go. Always double check. When you're turning this road, always as a learner has done here, you've actually moved to the right hand lane. That's okay, but if there's no reason to be in the right hand lane, I'd always be in the left. This car on the left hand side is obviously all the talkers, which could mean that you might get a driver fault for that, because you don't need to be there. You're going slower than the other traffic in what will be considered the overtaking lane. Okay, we're heading off now. We're going to turn right at the next set of traffic lights. So again, because we're in the right hand lane, we're getting undertaken, not getting absolute. So the learner did need to get moving a little bit there to avoid any further driver faults. Because we're turning right towards Mansfield here, you need to really hold your position to the white line on the right hand side. So the learner's really drifting across. And then again, in the left hand lane, unless you're going to make significant progress in the right hand lane. I'd actually say on this instance that this right hand lane here would be, it's a very tight corner in that right hand lane, so I'd probably go left hand lane unless you're going to make a couple of lorries in this road, where it means you can turn without the pressure of that sort of massive lorry on the right hand side. So as you're turning right again, ensure you're keeping all the way to the left. So we're going right around the outside. That's it. Now along here, there isn't on this occasion, but often there are buses parked at the hospital. So be aware of what's on the outside of you here, so you can move across safely. As well as here, there's often a queue of traffic to go left into the supermarket, but we're going straight ahead. So we're going to speed this up again because there's not a lot going on. I'm going to go all the way down this road. Now this road's it's a 40 zone. A lot of people miss that, but it is a 40 zone down here, so don't be scared to do it. As you get towards the traffic lights, there's usually a little bit of traffic, but the left hand lane goes straight ahead, and the right hand lane is a right turn only lane. So if you are going straight ahead, make sure you're in the left hand lane as you approach the lights, but also beware of people that might want to cut that traffic, so they drive down the right turn only lane and then nip into the gap that you might leave in front of you or in front of somebody else, causing them to brake. The other good one that people do is to completely avoid the traffic, is to go down the right hand lane, right turn only lane, and they just go straight on anyway. So you have to be really careful about being aware of where they are. So we'll get through this bit of traffic, we'll speed this up a little bit. So you saw just previously the little yellow sign, that's telling you the lane markings. There's also lane markings on the road here that tell you where to be. You'll notice we're coming to a 30 zone again, so be careful with that. And we're going to go all the way straight down this road for a say it's probably about maybe half a mile, something like that. It's quite a long way. We'll speed up again here at the traffic lights just to get things moving for you. While we are waiting and moving away, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do leave us a comment below. Any future videos you think we should do, then please let us know. We'll try and get them done for you. So as you're coming down here, we've got 2 lanes going to merge into 1 lane, so always be aware of what's coming from the right hand side. Try and stay up with that learner's going to try and stay up with that green car, but not too close, causing them a problem. There we go. So again, just driving down the road, nothing too particularly taxing, just be aware of side roads and people turning into them, parked cars, people turning out of side roads. And there's a pedestrian crossing a little bit further down there. It's right next to a school, so depending on the time of day, you may have a school exit or entry. You might have to deal with that crossing being used quite a lot. So driving down there, there's obviously those parked cars here, the bus depot on the left, so watching out for things like that. And there's a care home and a hospital, and a community hospital on the right. So again, just watching out for anyone that might be crossing the road. So we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the road, and we're going to turn right. The learner's going to turn right. So as you're approaching, again, multiple lanes. There's actually 3 lanes across as you get to the junction. I'm going to try and use, as you can see there, I'm going to try and use the left-hand lane to turn right. Again, keeping your position all the way to the outside to ensure that you stay in the lane you're starting. When we get to the next set of traffic lights, main set of traffic lights in a minute, I'm going to under the bridge, and then there on your to turn left at the next set of traffic lights. Now this is a left turn only lane, so if you need to be going straight on or right, you need to be getting out of that lane sort of as soon as you can around the corner. Just going to turn left here. Be really careful with this one. It is pretty sharp. We've speeded the video up, so it looks like we're going around quickly, but we're not. And at the next set of the second set of traffic lights we're going to get to, we're going to turn right. So that's why the learners moves across. Advantage as well is overtaking all these people, but we are going to turn right at the second set of lights. So the learner got into a really good position to make sure they're able to turn right. We're moving away from the lights again. At the next set of lights, Nottingham A60, turning right. You're on a filter arrow. We're waiting there. So as ever guys, we're just speeding up a little bit just to get this through. While we're here, if you haven't yet subscribed to us, please subscribe, like and comment, and tell us what you want to see. Tell us what you don't want to see, and we'll do our very best to try and do that for you. So we're turning right, so again on a filter arrow, so safety go, obviously double check for pedestrians, etc. as you're going. And then we're coming down the road. We're going to go all the way down this road. As you're approaching this sort of area here, there's always parked cars, so again, do take your time. The video is a little bit misleading because we have speeded the video up, so the learner is going slower than it looks. Road bends round to the left, and then you've got a set of traffic lights straight in front of you. You're going to go straight on the next couple of set of traffic lights, so this set and the next set. Again, we're going to speed this up a little bit for you. And away we go. So we're going straight ahead at the next set of traffic lights as well. Notice how the learners just stay in left-hand lane, no need to be anywhere else. We're not going to gain any advantage, we're not going to gain anything. So again, I'm going to cut a little bit out of that video because it's a long wait at these traffic lights. So we're ready to go again in a second or two. And when you go through these lights again, just hold your position to the left. It will merge together. Just be careful, no one's trying to be silly. There's a bus stop there as well. The person was waiting. So always be careful of the bus stops. Again, parked cars both sides, a gym, a pub, shops. Just be careful around there. Pedestrians walking across the crossing, etc. Going to take the next road on the left. It's called Forest Road. It's a reasonably tight corner. Just take your time around. We're now going to take the first road on the right hand side. So it's at the end of these blue railings, a little further up. And we're going to turn right into the junction. Again, this road, lots of parked cars, so do be careful, do be mindful of where you're going to stop to enable people to continue their journey. Things to watch out for down here, you know, parked cars moving away, doors opening, people crossing. There is a school reasonably close to this as well, a primary school, so at certain times of day this gets really busy. It's going to turn left at the end. A relatively busy junction, we're out quite quickly there. So going up here, examiners, we don't know when they're doing things, but they do often like to pull people up on the hill here for a little hill start. So it is a decent hill, so make sure you've got your hill starts absolutely on the money. And we're coming to the next mini roundabout. We're going to turn right at the mini roundabout. Multiple lanes, so ensure you're picking the correct lanes, and then go. Now there are two roundabouts here, but we're only going to use the first one. Always treat, when you have two roundabouts together, always treat them separately. So you give way at the first one, and then you give way again at the second one. So as you're driving down here, we're going to continue down this road for a little bit. And we're going to take what is effectively the third road on the left. So the first one is a little housing estate, which is coming up reasonably soon there. And then you've got the second one, which is just coming up here. And the third one is on the bend just in front of us now. So always make sure you slow down for this. It's a little bit misleading, this corner. It's a little tighter than it looks, so you've got to steer back on yourself to get around the bollards. So it's a really long straight road. But people do tend to use this road, and people do speed on this road quite, you know, they're quite happy to go fast because it's off a little bit off the beaten track. It's relatively wide and it's not busy, but it's definitely used. So if there are any parked cars on your side or the other side, just ensure you're assessing the risk of those to ensure that you're not trying to cause anyone else, or you're not going to cause anyone else or yourself a problem. So we're going to go all the way down to the end of this road, and then we're going to turn right. It is quite a long road, so don't worry. But again, you know, this is a nice road that examiners may do the pull up on the right hand side and reverse back to car length exercise. So again, you know, be aware that might happen. I promise you, the end of the road's coming up soon. There we are, end of the road. Going to turn right. Now you're going to see it in a second, but there is a roundabout to the right hand side of us, which you're going to see in a second. Now people exit that roundabout reasonably quickly, so you do have to make sure that when you go, you know it's safe to go, and you don't, I'm not saying go fast, but you don't dilly-dally, you get out of the way. So at the roundabout, we're going to turn right. This will be the fourth exit. It's quite a big roundabout. Again, people come onto it and deal with it. It's on a fast road, so 40 miles an hour road. We're on, you know, on from 30, but the straight on effectively from your right is a 40 mile road. Again, just ensure you're keeping your position, doing your checks, and then exiting the roundabout safely. These are actually equestrian crossings, which we don't see an awful lot of. So, you know, make sure you know where they are, and you watch out for horses that might want to use them. Again, we have speeded this video up, so you know, don't think we're going too fast. It is only a 40 road. We've got the next roundabout. We're going to go straight ahead. It's It's the second exit, but the first exit at the moment, at the time of this recording, just goes into a field, so you're not going to use that first exit. It's the second exit, that's the first one, second exit here. Now, at the next roundabout, we're going to turn right towards Nottingham. Now, you have to move to the right-hand lane. A lot of people get this wrong. Both lane markings there were straight on, but then it changes straight on and right only in this lane. A lot of people still use the left-hand lane. I think the black car does, to go all the way around the roundabout, and you can't do it from the right left-hand lane. So ensure you do really check your mirrors there, because other drivers could cause you a problem, and the risks of you not seeing them is quite great. So again, as we're moving down here, we're going to cut a little bit of this video out, because it's just a long road that does nothing really, just a 60-mile-an-hour road. So we're going to cut some of that out to get us to the traffic lights. Here we go. And we're going to go straight ahead of these traffic lights. So the learner there, initially I think we was going to use the left-hand lane, but then change them to the right-hand lane, then change them back to the left. Again, just checking that we're safe as the traffic merges here. Again, this road is a long straight road, so there's not a lot going on, but it's just, make sure you use appropriate speed when you can. We put a lot of that out there just to get to the traffic lights towards the end of this road, where we're going to turn left. Okay, so we're going to turn left at the next set of traffic lights that we get to, and we're actually heading back towards the test centre here on your test route. Remember, don't relax though. The driving test does not finish until the examiner says that's the end of your test. So we're in the left turn lane here, so we're going to turn left into this junction. And again, it's staying a national speed limit, so ensure you're keeping tight in, so you've got plenty of space on the right for people to overtake if they wish, but keep an eye on those. And we're going to go all the way down to the mini roundabout and turn right. So as ever, this roundabout, it's a mini roundabout, but it's quite a quick one. People do approach this roundabout from the right reasonably quickly. We're going to go ahead over the level crossing. Which is, I think, just changed here. I don't see that very often. So we're going straight ahead over the level crossing, and we're going to then take a left back up into the driving test centre. As always, remember this left is pretty tight, slow all the way down. Make sure, I would probably recommend going around the corner in first gear, aiming to keep your passenger as close to the grass as you can. Again, see our learner's got a little bit wide there, coming around a little bit quick. So it looks quick because we've got the speed up of the camera. But that would literally be the end of your test. The only thing you'd be doing here now would be potentially reverse bay park if you hadn't done that. Otherwise, you just find a beg to park in and make sure you're safe all around. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Leave us a comment, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.